Hello, children of God. I want to share something with you. What do I have here? Yes, this is an apple. Now, it might seem like just kind of a plain, ordinary, somewhat boring apple. In fact, it's not even perfect. It has a little hole right there from something bumping into it. Its skin is kind of wrinkly, but I have chosen this apple, and I have a very special and important purpose for it. This apple is going to go into a pie. I'm going to peel it, and I'll cut it and slice it and put it with other apples and some spices and some other ingredients, and I can bake it and transform it into a fantastic new creation. I might even take it to the fair and win a ribbon, or I can serve it to people and have them enjoy my wonderful pie. Now I have another apple here, also plain, regular old boring apple, but I have a plan and a purpose for this apple too. I've chosen this apple to enjoy as a tasty snack, and it will be nutritious, and it will give me energy and strength, and it will be enjoyable too. I could even share it with you, and you could have energy too. There's a lot of things I can do with these apples. I could cover them in caramel and turn them into caramel apples, or I could make them into juice or cider or applesauce. There's a lot of things that I can do, but I've chosen each apple for a special purpose. Now, before these were apples, of course, they were just regular old seeds. Plain itty bitty teeny tiny seeds that someone planted and they grew on branches, on trees, and now we have apples that we can use for all these wonderful purposes. Well, did you know that you are also chosen and that you also have a special and important purpose? God has chosen you, and He has given you a purpose in this life. Now, the Bible talks a lot about how God has chosen and adopted us. He has made us part of His family, and because we are adopted by God, we're children of the King, and we have what's called an inheritance, something He's going to give us, which is heaven. He has promised us heaven. He has redeemed us through the blood of His Son, Jesus Christ. That means that He has bought us, in a sense, that He has chosen us and made us for a special and important purpose. And God has given us something important to do. You might not think that you're that special. You might not think that you're even worth choosing, or maybe you have no idea what God has planned for you. And you might not. None of us can really imagine what He does have planned. But we do know that He has a special purpose. He has a purpose for you. Now, that might be something very big and important sounding, like a role in government or being famous, or it might be something very simple, like being a parent or a teacher or a Sunday school teacher, or even driving a garbage truck. You don't know what the purpose is that God has, but the Bible promises us in the book of Ephesians that He does have a plan for you, a plan that He had before the world even began. Before you were born, before anything was even created, God had a plan. He had a plan for the whole world, and He has a plan for you. He knows what that is. He knows what that is because He loves you. He loves you, and so He has created you with a purpose. Now, our purpose also has to do with God's will. God's will is that all people would come to know Him, to believe in Him, and to love Him. And we can be part of that plan. We can be part of that plan in a lot of ways. And when we do that, we know that we are within God's will. He has chosen us, redeemed us, adopted us, and loved us. Wow, that's a whole lot. That's a lot, but it's a wonderful thing to remember. And it's a huge blessing for us. He has given us blessings. He has given us His love. He has given us His Son, and He has chosen us as His children with a special inheritance and with a special purpose. We can talk to God. We can ask Him to help us understand what that purpose might be and to follow it. And we know that no matter what, we are still loved by God. That it's not a secret for us to sort of try and find out, what's my purpose? Well, our purpose is to love and serve God. Our purpose is to fulfill His will by sharing His love with one another, by building His kingdom on earth, and by helping others to know who He is. And our purpose is to believe in Him and to love Him. He will reveal what He might want us to do when we're acting in His will and in His love. So don't forget, you might not know what's going to happen in several years. You might not know what's going to happen tomorrow, but we can trust God that He has a plan, that He's always had a plan for us because He loves us. So it might be juice, it might be pie, it might be just having a tasty snack. But you are chosen, not to be a snack, by the way, but you are chosen by God and called to a very important purpose. He loves you, and He will help you with that. Why don't we say a prayer, and we can thank God for that and for all the plans and purposes that He might have for our lives. Dear God, thank you that your plans are good. We know we have a purpose. We know we are chosen by you and loved by you. Help us to trust in you and to fulfill your purposes in our lives. Thank you for your love. Thank you for Jesus. In His name, amen. So go ahead, fulfill your purpose, love and serve God, and trust in Him for all good and wonderful things. Have a great week. Hope we'll see you next time.